Hi everybody. So today, as promised, I am going to be we're not cooking today. I might cook in a couple of days and make some soup with it, but I'm gonna do the chicken and cilantro wontons. I just realized how glary my glasses are from the window. So yeah, I'm gonna do some chicken and cilantro wontons, and they have to be put in the freezer. So in a couple of days, I'm probably going to make a soup for them so they can try their real first soup. All right, let's get to cooking. Okay, so we have 2 pounds of ground chicken. Now you can use chicken thighs and just stick it in a food processor. With all the ingredients, I chose to chop everything so that you didn't have to listen to the food processor. I use 3 tablespoons of cilantro because I don't want it overpowering. But you can use an entire bunch. I think the recipe calls for 3.5 cups, which in my opinion is a lot of cilantro. So I just use 3 tablespoons. I also have 3 tablespoons of ginger that is very, very finely chopped, as finely chopped as I could. We have 4 cloves of garlic that are minced, chopped up as finely as possible. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce and 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. And now these are the pre-packaged wonton wrappers that I use. So I have not been able to find them online, but if you go to your local Asian market, I'm sure they'll have them. But these are the ones that I use. All right, let's get to mixing. Okay, so we're going to mix in, just put all the ingredients in with our chicken. So our 3 tablespoons of cilantro, 4 cloves of garlic, 3 tablespoons of ginger, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Now this is low sodium soy sauce. You probably can use coconut aminos. Somebody else had suggested that. I forgot to get the coconut aminos, so I'm still just using low sodium soy sauce. And 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Now you're just going to mix that up until it's really, really blended well. Now you can also, like I said, use whole chicken thighs and just cube them, and then, you know, stick everything in the food processor, and then you'll end up skipping this step because you can stick all of, I mean, I could have stuck all of this in the food processor to mix it as well. But a little bit of muscle is okay too. I like using the ground chicken just because I am serving it to, you know, the girls. So I don't want a cube to, you know, not be easy enough to chew, or maybe I missed a tendon or something and they get, you know, piece in their mouth, which isn't lovely. That never feels good. So I really like this because it's nice and soft. It's actually easier to wrap, in my opinion too. So once it looks like it's all mixed up, ready to go, we're gonna get to wrapping. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. All right, so we're back. I've opened my package of wontons, and I have a small bowl of water. And yeah, we'll get started. So you want to make sure you have 1 wonton wrapper. I just grabbed 3 on accident. So you want to take your wonton wrapper. Make sure you also have, make sure it's on camera it is, a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. And make sure the cookie sheet fits in your freezer. I've had not enough room in my freezer before for this. So you want to take about a teaspoon. And I don't want to touch the chicken. I have like a weird thing about touching raw chicken, but you can use gloves to do it. So you want to dip your finger in, I'll move this up here. Dip your finger in the water and just go along the bottom and the sides so it doesn't, you know, pop out when you're cooking. And just fold it over. So you're creating a little rectangle and press the sides down. They should stick together pretty easily. So you want to press them down once they're stuck so you have a little rectangle. Now I put my finger here and pull up both sides like this so you can wet that. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So this way it creates that little wonton, that classic wonton look. See how it's a little wonton now? Make sure all of your edges are closed with the water. Some people use egg. The water will seal it just fine. All right, and that's your wonton. So you can stick that on your little cookie sheet. And get the next one out. We'll do it again. Teaspoon, roughly. Water on all four sides. So I have actually ordered the headdress thing for the GoPro, which is what I use to film these videos. So hopefully in the future you will be able to look down and see exactly what I am seeing. Just make sure that it's sealed up on all the sides, and then pull this corner and this corner, and we have our little wonton. So I sometimes have to fiddle with them just to get them to really stick together well. My brother is so much better at making Chinese food than I am. He's probably going to be like, Alicia, you're not folding them right. This is how I fold them. Sometimes I just gather them up at the top and just like crinkle them together, which is what I did last time. I was pretty lazy, but I'm going to make them look like little wontons this time. I've invited my brother to come over and do some cooking videos with me so that the girls can have their Uncle Eugene feeding them instead of Mama all the time. But he is a very, very busy guy. He just got married. That's when the girls were his flower girls. So that's how you do a nice little wonton. Now, I've had, now that you've seen it, you don't have to continue to sit here with me and you know, watch me roll the wontons. But for the next few, I am going to talk about my childhood, because I had a few people that were curious. So, I was actually adopted with my two younger brothers. We grew up in foster care from the age of, I was 4 years old when I was in foster care. And I was in foster care with my brothers. For the most part, we were all together until I was 9 years old when my parents adopted us. They adopted 3 children. They're amazing, amazing people. But the foster home, one of the foster homes I was in, is where I learned some sign language. I did get separated from my brothers for, you know, a little bit, but we ended up back together. One of the foster homes that we were in, I still talk with the couple. They really were like a first glimpse of an actual home, or what a home should be, what parents should be like. So my biological mother, she had 5 of us kids. I have an older brother and sister. I've met them. They are not exactly the kind of people I want to be around, or the girls around. My older sister has schizophrenia. I'm pretty sure it's drug-induced. She's on a lot of drugs. My older brother has been in and out of prison. So me and my 2 younger brothers are very, very blessed to have been adopted and given the opportunities that we have been given by my adopted parents. And you know, it's really great when people can actually help children the way that my parents have helped us. You know, I had every opportunity under the sun to become the person that I am today. And which is why, you know, I try to give my girls everything. Yes, we do donate a lot to charity, and I do try to help, you know, needy families and stuff like that. But I really want my girls to have the best upbringing possible. In a lot of the foster homes, I, you know, had to look out for my brothers. You know, they weren't exactly the nicest foster homes. This was during the 80s, so background checks on the people that were fostering children were not the same standards that they are today. So a lot of the people were in it for the money. You get a paycheck if you're a foster parent. So a lot of the people were in it for the money, and I did not get the food that I feed my children. I didn't get, you know, the childhood that my kids are getting. So I know a lot of people have said some not so kind things to me, which is okay. You know, it's their opinions. But the reason that I do some of the things I do is so that they can experience the things that I never got to experience in my early childhood. So at 9 years old, I was adopted by, they are angels, they truly are, my parents. And, you know, they didn't just take one of us, they took 3 of us. And we were 5, 7, and 9. Me being the oldest at 9. And I remember the first Christmas that I had there with them. And, you know, I'd never seen so many toys and stuff. And it's kind of funny because it took me a while to actually even call them mom and dad. I was not a very trusting child. I still was always trying to take care of my younger brothers too. So I was trying to be their mom instead of just being a kid. And, you know, thankfully they gave us the best home, and I did learn to trust them. And I did learn to let my guard down and just be a kid. And I did have a pretty darn good childhood. I experienced all kinds of things once I got adopted. But my younger years, before 9 years old, I don't remember very much. And what I do remember, it's like little bits and pieces. And, you know, it was terrifying. It was just not very good memories. So after 9 years old, you know, I have the best memories that, you know, any child could ask for. And that's really when my life really began, you know. So I know there's a few people that were asking, but yeah, if anybody ever has any questions or just needs to, you know, talk or anything like that, feel free to comment and, ask. Or I'm an open book, and I think, it's good to share stories like that so other people can learn. And, maybe, your next door neighbor was adopted, but you don't know what they went through. You don't know if they were in foster care, or, if they were abused or neglected in any way. And, people are quick to judge others without knowing the full background. So, it's good to talk and let everybody know, that not everything is perfect. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has struggles. And we should all be here to help each other and, just be kinder to one another. This world would be a so much better place. And that's what I'm trying to teach my children. Hopefully they will grow up and they'll be kind to everyone they go to school with. And, they'll help their friends. And if they see a hurt kid, hopefully they'll help them. So that's really all I'm trying to do, is share some joy and teach some cooking, and as best I can. I do have a very busy life, so the cooking videos are sometimes on the back burner, which I definitely did let everyone know in the beginning that I would not be on this channel as much as the girls' channel. That channel comes first, just because they really do spread so much joy. And all I'm doing is showing people how I make their food sometimes. And and sometimes I get a little not even really good at that. I just kind of wing it most of the time. And how it turns out, it turns out. So hopefully I said in the beginning of the video, if not, hopefully people will fast forward and find out, or just ask. So you want to freeze these wontons for at least an hour before like cooking them or doing anything with them. So the girls would not be eating these today. Even if I was just searing them, they wouldn't be having them today. They'd be having them tomorrow. But it did get a little chilly outside. So the great thing about the wontons is you can make a ton of them and they last in the freezer. So even if you just put them in a Ziploc bag, you don't have to, have anything fancy or special. We did end up buying a food saver, one of those like vacuum seal things or whatever, which are great because then you can do portions, which you can do with Ziploc too. But so you can make a ton, and then, if your portion size, if I'm only wanting to give the girls 2 each, then you take 4 of them and vacuum seal them, and voila. You only have to open the 4 that are in that vacuum seal. So freeze them for an hour. After an hour, feel free to pan sear them, make a soup, which that will be another video, how to make the wonton soup. Hopefully, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I feel like I should make the soup if I've made the wontons. So, well, thank you everyone for watching. I'm going to put the radio on because I seem to work a little faster with the music in the background, and I can't do that with YouTube. I'll do one more. But thank you everyone for, just being kind. I feel like all the kind people from my channel are here. Most of them are here watching. I know we get a little bit of negativity here and there, not too much, but here and there on the other channel. And, now that it's really growing to be what it is, there's obviously, for every, 1,000 people, there's going to be one person in there that's going to be like, you need to cut that food. You need to give them a fork. You need to not give them a fork. You need to pay attention more to Anna. You need to pay attention more to Gwen. So no matter what, I know they're going to be out there, but I'm just going to keep doing what I do. And you know, I've been just ignoring those people or deleting their comments. Just because, you know, that's not what this channel is about. This channel is about, you know, happiness and watching the girls grow and become amazing little people. So thank you for everyone that's stuck around this far. You are the real troopers. And yeah, absolutely amazing. I hope you enjoyed making chicken cilantro wontons with me. If you don't like cilantro too, you don't have to put the cilantro in. I'm sure these are absolutely fabulous just with the ginger and the garlic and the sesame oil. And if you want to use the coconut aminos or the sesame or soy sauce. I'll get there eventually. My brain goes 1,000 different directions all at once sometimes. So I do as many as I can until the girls wake up. So I do have about another hour before they wake. So I should be able to get this whole thing done. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. And we'll see you next time. Bye.